One, one, one. One, 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 one. Thank you, Erica. Where am I? I am. One. Let's see. Groovy's here. Chance Draws, thank you for showing up. Aha, Erica, of course, showing up again. First, almost as usual. And Ray, thank you for showing up as well. We're just chilling tonight. I think tonight I'm probably going to keep things a little bit short and concise. But I did want to get some art done. Of course, I streamed on, what was it, Friday? And I'm trying to stick to a Monday, Wednesday, Friday schedule. So, nothing huge tonight. We're just going to be chilling and just kind of seeing what we come up with. I have a general idea of what we're going to try and work on tonight. I'm not going to touch any of the other projects that we already have going on. Hey, Senix, what's up? Yeah, I'm here. I know, it took me a while getting here. I wanted to start a lot earlier, but I just got really tired. It's kind of been a long day. And it's not anything like, it's not like any like taxing or huge tasks, were had. It's just been, kind of a long-winded day, and it's just been tiring me out. So to awaken myself out of the stupor, try to get a little bit of a composition done, trying to go through a little bit of the, I guess you could say, the style and inspiration and the approach that I want to take with this. So just gradually trying to wake myself back up into kind of more of an artistic movement. So it's taken a while. I didn't start streaming till like, my time, 6 o'clock. So rather late for me. Yeah, being a gigolo. Hey, Mystic Blossom's here. What's up? Glad to see you in here as well. Yeah, like I was just saying, kind of a chill night. I mean, even the music is chill. It's I hope not too chill. I hope it doesn't put anyone to sleep. But very chill music. I'm just kind of feeling a little bit more, something slower, something a little bit more methodical.
Feel like your tooth sensitivity isn't severe enough to deal with? What if I told
Hold on, we got ads. Man. Oh, okay. It's okay to have chill moments. I feel like that's kind of mainly all we do over here is just have chill moments. When am I gonna have like the high octane, like prompt night or draw along with me or community night or something like that? I don't know. It seems like most of the streams lately have been a little bit more slower and smaller in scale. So usually I try to have them a little bit more planned out. We'll see what the rest of the week entails. The weather? Well, the weather over here's just been, it's been okay. It hasn't been stormy. It hasn't been, incredibly good. Just a little bit, I guess gray, but not cold or too hot, really. Just kind of mid, very mid. I don't find it that depressing, but I mean, it's not quite good enough to go out and like do a bunch of outdoor activity. I don't think it's still just kind of gray and a little windy. It's not quite there yet, but I think some good weather is here on the horizon. So here soon, here soon. Do some more outdoor activity, touch some grass, which will be good. Breathe some fresh air. Sluggish, yeah, I can understand that. I know plenty of people that live in humid environments, and it's not something I naturally want to contend with. It's like feeling sticky all the time. Just, it's like that would make me feel sluggish. Showering, washing yourself, and then immediately feeling sticky afterwards. Alright, so anyway. Well, I don't have to apologize, but I'll say I'm sorry if it's just such a chill and laid back stream, because that's what it's going to be. Let's switch over to this one over here. Here we go. Hey, Senexibor, it's good to see you again. It's been, I know it's been a little bit of a minute. I know it's been, I think maybe a couple streams since you're in here. Oh, really? It's that bad? Mystic Blossom. You finally said enough is enough. Not seeing your stream makes nerddom feel empty? Wow. I didn't know that I was kind of the representative for nerddom. Okay. It's nice to have it's nice to, I guess, include myself among the high-ranking nerds. That's kind of nice, but thank you for that. The cat. Hold on, the cat's trying to get out. Give me a second. Oh, wait. Alright, one second. Okay. Well, Mystic Blossom, I hope, whatever predicament you find yourself in, it's better than the one you're currently in. Let me put this one back up. No communication. I feel like that's got to be important to most jobs, right? Communication. So right now, just kind of gently sketching out a composition for an idea. Pretty sure you'll find something else. Hopefully, wherever you're at, the job market is full and thriving. Like there's jobs to be had. I've spoken to some people where it just seems like everyone's hiring and then no one is at the same time. It can be kind of tricky depending on where you are. Like the regional locality of it can come into play, and then you start to understand how things really are. But I hope it's easy. With your specific set of skills, you can find something. Yeah, we're doing good, Groovy. We're doing good. I hope you're doing good too. I saw you were posting a little bit of the that art tutorial in the Discord, and I did get to check out a little bit of it. That's Mahmoud Asrar, and he's a great artist. I've seen his work. I believe it was a lot of Spider-Man stuff he was doing years and years ago, if I remember correctly. He's just been doing so much. When he was a little bit more consistent at Marvel, he was doing all kinds of stuff.
To Leo.
This playlist does got ads. I'm in Quebec right now. The economy is quite the economy is quite bad. That sucks. Hopefully you can find something relatively quick, and then you won't have to feel the effects of that stagnant economy for too much longer, Mystic Blossom. illustrations with painting, yeah, instead of the markers. I understand it, like personally, because I like specifically doing the comic art. I think if I was gonna stick with the comic art, then probably digital coloring is like the most popular way to go. It's the most populous and the most popular way to go. But traditionally, like if I'm just doing this, I would just use markers just because it's so much quicker, you know? Like sitting there and really trying to paint with the watercolors, like it looks fantastic, but I just don't know if I have the patience, and I don't know if I really want to like learn how to reinvent the wheel as far as like how I color, you know what I mean? Because watercolors, there's a little bit of a learning curve. Hey Brian Ray, what's up, man? I saw you've been doing Chrono Trigger lately. Oh, you know what? Let me get your shout out real quick. Thank you for showing up, man. We're just chilling for now. We're just chilling right now. Working on a little bit of a kind of a pencil composition that I had an idea for, and like with what Groovy was just telling me a little bit ago, I'm probably gonna attack with this with some markers. You know, he might attack it with some watercolors. I think one of these days I should really just get myself maybe like a cheap set and just do a little bit of experimentation, because it's been a long time since I was fooling around with watercolors. But the experimentation and how would I put it? Man, I cannot find my words today. The experimentation and the maybe like kind of the archaeology of trying to dig into some watercolors, that would be fun, even if I'm not good at it. That's all I'm trying to say. Retro, hey, what's up, man? Thank you for showing up. Retro, you are right. It is it is Man Thing. And there's a reason for it too, which I will explain in maybe halfway. Maybe when I'm done with the pencils, then I'll explain the reason why. I hate markers because they always go out fast and I don't have the nerve to buy them again. They're also kind of expensive. They can be groovy, and I have discovered that not all markers are created equal, so you really have to pick and choose which ones you really want to invest in as far as a good set goes. I know that can get a little bit pricey. Better if you have paints. Yeah, no, I get you. Like, if you feel like you're gonna be better using a specific medium over another, do it. Like, no one's telling you you have to do marker art if you're gonna try and do comic style. You really don't have to. It's just kind of what's, I guess, popular, but it's also like what I said earlier, it's fast. So you don't have to spend like a whole lot of time there mixing all your different paints and then, you know, applying it so delicately on a watercolor. The Man Thing brain. The brain rot continues. Yeah, a little bit. Just use Rose Art or Crayola. Uh, you feel okay, so you're not feeling pressured to use markers. I gotcha. Right, depending on what you like. A lot of hiking trails with many arcade places, and there are some beautiful landscapes. Hiking could be fun in the summertime. We're there in Quebec. Maybe go watch some hockey. Right? Ryan Ray loves hockey. Ryan Ray is a hockey head. Kind of like me. Kind of like me. Hey, Sarah's here. What's up, man? Handsome? Whoa, me? Handsome? Thank you, man. Hope you're doing well. You didn't give me any suggestions for drawing. I demand some ideas, maybe females. I asked you later in the Discord if you came up with a subject. Because I feel like I list someone and then you just kind of like, no, I'm not doing like, I think you like drawing maybe video game characters more. Hey, Omogan, what's up, Ming? When you live in Texas in the summer, you try to get as north as possible for a while. Yeah.
We're getting ready to do our first ever blind tastings.
Oh, you just got back from a bike ride? Nice. I just had my bike not too long ago serviced because I love riding it, especially in the summertime, but it's been really windy over here. And not to make myself sound more nebbish than I already am, but I think the pollen count this year is really high because I'll go outside on a windy day and then I'll come back and my face is just stuffy and wrecked, and I'm on tissues for the next like half hour just trying to like deflate my head because I get like red eyes and it's just not a fun time. Feeling the lethargy. It's playful. Yeah, I know, right? It's just your playful attitude, Groovy. I was thinking, well, I did think for a second, like, okay, if you're gonna do a video game character, and I thought, and who was it? It might have been Chance Draws that was talking to me about Guilty Gear, and I thought, oh, there's plenty of girls in Guilty Gear. You could try doing Guilty Gear. And they look, of course, over-designed. And then I thought, like, you don't have to, you know, if you don't want to do something as anime and you want to do something more like fantasy-based, you could do like Soul Calibur. Thank you for that shout out there, Retro. Grabbing all the shout outs. Thank you for helping me, man. Allergies have been so bad for me. Yeah. I mean, even not that long ago, I did a little bit of yard work, and like it wasn't even that much, but I could definitely feel it in my face afterwards. I don't know what it is with me this year. Like, it's just like maybe I'm getting older and I'm just suffering more. I'm suffering more. I don't know what the deal is, man. But I do still love riding my bike, so that's cool that you're still doing that shit, Sire. I see you trying to do that shit a little bit more and more. Hey, thanks for coming back, Retro. Appreciate that, man. It shouldn't be game characters alone. I picked some comic characters, no animes. You want a comic character then, specifically? I try to think of something a little bit clever. I don't know, like Maybe like Zatanna or Absolute Catwoman. Absolute Catwoman's pretty popular. If you're following like the more modern day comics. Absolute Poison Ivy, another popular one. If you want to stay within the realm of comics, you know, you can also do maybe... You could do a little bit more independent style. You could do Lady Death or She if you wanted. Tell you. It's hella getting old. It's hella getting old. Oh, yeah. Zatanna? Yeah, Zatanna's cool. Serpent, what's up? I got you, Serpent. Yeah. No, Groovy. She's the comic character. Kind of more like 90s bad girl, I guess. Yeah. She's well, she doesn't have the best comics from what I've read from her, but she looks cool. She has a cool design, depending on like what era that you're going off of. Hey Serpent, prepping for your friend's birthday tomorrow? Nice. Planning like a surprise party or something. Let's go this way. Actually, I think I'm gonna move this down a little bit more. Yeah, like that. Yeah. A little bit more like that. Try to get the right shape with this little crown that he's wearing. Kind of like, yeah, like that. Okay.
It's odd. If something's free, people just can't resist.
Oh, it's on. Okay, all right. Online birthday. I got you. Let me get your song dialed in for a second. PH1 Harmony. All right, we're taking a K-pop detour. Give me 1 second. She looks cool. She would be perfect Electra-ish character. Yeah. I saw that too over at the... Was that the State of Play that had the Wolverine? Yeah, it was the State of Play, the PlayStation State of Play. I watched that too. I mean, Wolverine not my favorite Marvel character, but it looks cool. It looks like a very polished video game, of course. They could have put some love on Jean. Well, you know what's even crazier about that is, like, in that trailer, Jean is straight up like throwing dudes at Wolverine, and he's just like welcoming it, just like stabbing dudes right in the body. And then I thought, like, well, Jean's not that brutal. Like, she can be. Like, obviously Dark Phoenix is, you know, a pretty brutal character, but This was just straight up regular Jean Grey, and I just don't see her really like welcoming Logan's bloodlust in that kind of way. So I'm thinking that in the story of the game, they'll explain it as, oh, this is like a Black Ops X-Men mission. So like she can't, you know, it's like everything is like under the table, you know, off book. So she's kind of free to just, you know, just straight up wreck dudes. So kind of strange, a little bit different, but I kind of had like a weird kind of impression of that Jean Grey. Yeah. If you are into horror, I very highly recommend Deluge. It's amazing. This is at an Alamo Draft House. Wow, they had that on the big screen, huh? That's pretty sick. Okay. Retro, I don't think we can get even a copy of Deluge yet. It's not even out yet, man. That's one that we literally can't order because it's not out yet. We order and we would have to wait. Combat looked fun, but other than that, I don't really like the designs. What do you not like about the designs, Chancellor? And that's not like me giving you the Mafia shakedown. I just want to know what you didn't like about it. You know who should have been in that game? Or who needs to be in that game? We need Man-Thing to show up as a boss. Like how can Wolverine defeat Man-Thing? Like he's made out of just mush. Like claws don't do anything against Man-Thing. Yeah, it would be like a really engaging boss fight in that way, right? Man-Thing boss fight. Gene didn't look handsome enough too. Spider, when you go to the movie theater, are they showing ads between trailers now? Ads? The last one that I saw, Senex Savoya, it was like a Minions and Monsters kind of ad in between the trailers. So there was a trailer, and then it would cut to the minions on the computer. And so I guess if you classify that as an advertisement, then I guess so. But that's the only thing I've seen as far as that goes, what you're talking about. Actually, the series ended on April 1st, 2026. Yeah, you can't get the collected edition, though. Jean feels a bit too basic, and the mask of Wolverine feels really weird, especially the eye sockets. I prefer a Deadpool and Wolverine tackle the mask. You mean Deadpool and Wolverine in the movie, in Deadpool 3. Not Wolverine as he shows up in the Deadpool video game, right? Ads in your dreams for sure. Yeah, you're gonna get Amazon advertisements in your dreams one day. We're slowly getting there. Yeah, Retro. It would be hard for all of us here to go and hunt down the floppies, especially from my comic store. They're a bunch of. I swear, it's like I give them one simple task: save me a comic book, and it's like sometimes they can't even do that. I'm not gonna blab about them. Okay, let's try and get a little bit. The MCU Deadpool and Wolverine tackled a realistic Wolverine design well. It just feels a bit too military, and I'm never really a fan of it. Okay, so in that costume Chance draws, I thought it it looked accurate. Of course, it was the blue and the yellow and the white eyes and all that. It did look a little bit like MCU-ified, you know, like a little too clean, if that makes any sense. But it wasn't bad. It just seemed kind of a little bit too, maybe like too realistic looking. And when you get a little too realistic looking, it kind of loses a lot of its like original cartoon, original comic edge that it had, you know? Get unpaid ads from the 90s. What if you have to have a monthly quote of ad hours? Monthly quote of ad hours in your dreams? It's Serpent again. Serpent strikes again. I figure you do that. You're good. Let's get this Manny figured out. I don't want the hand down here to be kind of an open claw. Just Jean got the Western female design post 2016 treatment. Jean just feels like a generic female NPC number 2, no sauce to the design. She's just wearing a black trench coat. So very boring, which makes me think like, oh, this is my theory about it being like an off the books X-Men mission or something like that. Otherwise, she would probably have been in her costume if it was like a little bit more of an official X-Men adventure, but it's just Wolverine and Jean's there helping for whatever reason. But yeah, very boring, very boring. You know what I will also say, though, is that the X-Men have a really bad habit. Now I'm trashing on the X-Men. The X-Men have a really bad habit with their women going by their actual names and not their superhero names. It's very, 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 very weird. They go by their actual government names and not their they don't have a cool superhero name. You know, even Jean Grey. She was Marvel Girl. She was Phoenix. She was the Dark Phoenix. And she's just Jean Grey. Among the other women that are just going by their names. Wouldn't work, you can do something else. Have a dump while it plays Scenic. It was a little too raff. Oh, rain? It's raining. I gotcha. Watch an ad before your car starts. Drive, sit, and watch. Wait. It's like that, I don't know, like in a Minority Report, Senec Savoya, you know how like Tom Cruise walks into like a department store and there's like a little like camera that scans everyone's eyes that come in, so you get personalized ads that only you can see. It's kind of like that. The issue with it being an X-Men mission, Insomniac confirmed the X-Men aren't even established in the universe yet. Really? What? Okay, so I didn't hear that part. The X-Men aren't a thing. Okay, that's interesting. Why? That's a little bit strange. Usually with a video game, especially a new to the property, you know, development team like Insomniac, you would start like somewhere in the middle. Like, yes, the X-Men are established. They've already beaten Magneto. They've gone on, you know, oh so many adventures. So to have no X-Men around is kind of, I don't know, it's a weird pick. It's almost like saying, okay, so Jean hasn't really like done the whole Jean Grey thing yet. She hasn't become Dark Phoenix and, you know, had her romance with Scott and Logan and done all these things, you know, and we haven't made it to that point yet. I don't know, that's so weird, because then like even the mutants that Wolverine is saving, like one of them is Leech, and Leech is a Morlock. So it's like we have the Morlocks, but we don't have the X-Men. Well, I don't know if Insomniac can pull this off. Or Onslaught. Yeah, they haven't encountered Onslaught yet. No, none of the time travel has happened. None of the Age of Apocalypse has happened. They haven't met Legion. They haven't met Bishop. They haven't met Cable. They haven't met Hope Summers, Rachel Summers. See, and now I'm just going on because the X, like, bro, like, there's so much, like crazy, stupid stuff that happened with the X-Men. Like, I, for one, get tired of it. But it's like, when everyone got, like a love child from an alternate reality that's coming back and, like, doing shit to alter the timeline. Like, I just get tired. Seems like Wolverine is an established hero, but none of the other mutants are. It's weird. Yeah, because even the kid, it might have been Leech, who says, like, are you a superhero? And he's like, no, I'm not. I'm just Wolverine. It's like, so the X-Men don't exist. Spider-Man exists. Superheroes exist. But Wolverine is just Wolverine, and this is one of his earliest adventures. It's just, like, reading it off the paper, it sounds weird. Gotta keep going with our man thing, brain rot. I'm gonna play that Rain song too, Serpent. I haven't forgotten. I just went off on a little tangent. I actually don't have my water. I gotta go grab it. It's over there. Same reason I was interested in doing a good Cyberpunk game. I was a fool. Well, I mean, I haven't played it. Lots of people still like it. I like Cyberpunk. I read Cyberpunk books. And I do like the genre of Cyberpunk. But my impression of Cyberpunk 2077? Is that it kind of like, I think oversaturated the cyberpunk market, because now I don't think there's cyberpunk really much anything anymore now. Like that and Cyberpunk Edge Runners, now I don't see cyberpunk anything. Like as far as the genre goes, not just the property. Strapped scene, cynics of way. Yeah, I know, right? Like, which X-Men are we picking? Like, what? It's like, who are we picking to have a love child in an alternate timeline to come back and, you know, kill someone, kill the senator or something, you know? Why do we have, why does he have a custom then if he's just, a costume if he's just Wolverine? I don't know, they're gonna explain it. Let the, Brian, yeah, thank you for, you know, chilling, man, you're good. Yeah, you can hear my voice getting parched just, you know, rambling about X-Men crap. Like, I love the X-Men, but they're notorious. They're really notorious because, like, they were the highest selling comic for so long, and they were so popular for so long that there's still a lot of people that read comic books that, you know, were kind of that X-Men heyday, and they still are fans despite all this crazy nonsense happening, and they're never going to change. So I kind of, part of me feels like it's a little undeserved, you know, like you've done so much like just weird stuff with the X-Men, and they kind of don't deserve the popularity that they're currently enjoying, that they've enjoyed for so long. So it's a little bit of a, like, my own personal bias against them. I still love them, but I love them warts and all, and there's a lot of warts. Okay, let me get the this down. I'm gonna get that song dialed in. Thank you for Toad Redeem. Toad! Speaking of X-Men. That's funny, the song's just called P. It just means rain. Rain is back. See what I'm trying to do for months with him. Palpatine. That's what I'm trying to do for months with. I know, Groovy. Like I don't. There's not a lot of comic things that I hate because I really just love comic books. I'm really enthusiastic about them. I love the history behind them and the people behind them because there's so much to unpack and learn. But boy, it's like you meet some of these like older X-Men, like dyed in the wool X-Men fans, and it's just nuts, dude. Do you have any of Cullen's Cyberpunk? Just curious. No, I don't. I was actually looking at some Cullen stuff this weekend, but it was not Cyberpunk. It was actually his much maligned Lobo. Cyberpunk 2077 is actually an insanely good game now after all the patches. Yeah, because they released a half-done video game, so it kind of has a notorious impression with gamers, even to this day. Thank you for that rain. It was a rain break there. Serpent, thank you for that one. Supposed to be a small figure. I usually don't draw a whole lot of smaller figures, but it's really good. Sadly, I do have to draw. Hey, Mystic Blossom, I wish you luck with that. Well, I mean, I was gonna say new job, but I wish you luck with your current job, and hopefully luck with the next one that comes, and things aren't too bad for now. But thank you for sticking around and for chatting a little bit. It's just, you know, chill times over here for the time being. Japchae, what? Someone say Japchae? I meal prepped cooking Japchae today. Nice, nice. Japchae is one of the best. Have a good week. Yeah, it is only Monday. There's still plenty of work to do, right? Ordering the new Mark Spector Moon Knight while it's only a new Mark Spector Moon Knight. Yeah, you'll have to illuminate further on that, Senec Savoya. So it's a limited series 1 through 6. Is that what you mean?
University of Phoenix, we're earning career relevant.
I'll need to make Chike again. Making soup. Chike. I'm sorry for the ads. Doenjang jjigae. Oh, nice, nice. Yeah, doenjang is really good. If you know how to use doenjang when you're cooking, 100%. Oh, we got chachani. Can't cut veggies. Okay, no, I got you. I got you. Still sounds like you cooked up something good there, Serpent, even though you couldn't cut. It's a new ongoing. The Mark Spector Moon Knight. It's a new ongoing. I got last month's preview magazine. I don't think I saw that anywhere. Maybe I gotta look again. Hold on. Yeah, I gotcha. Hopefully your wrist isn't, all forked out, but wishing you luck with that one, Serpent. Let me turn this off real quick. Dig through a couple of... this one I might need a little bit of reference help just to get the pose. The poses aren't quite selling me yet. I'm still here. I know is coming down soon with this. Just hope my wrist is never gonna. Oh yeah. Yeah, hopefully everything's fine, sir. Because they're probably begging for some of your cooking, right? It's tripping me up a little bit. I think I can get it. I just need a lock in. Shouldn't be that. Screenshot, time for me to bounce. Yeah. Hey, Brian Ray. Where am I? I'm right. Thank you for showing up, Brian Ray. I wish you luck with all the chrono trigger that you're doing. We're here just chilling, but I appreciate you sticking around for as long as you did and just chatting for a little bit. It's always nice having you here, man. Have a good rest of your evening. Get some good food in you. Get some good rest. Catch you on the next one, Brian Ray. Who can actually cook. That's one of them. One of the like 8 guys can cook. Itchy, what's up, man? Retro, yeah. Go walk the dog. Go walk the dog, man. Okay. I'm still here. I'm not going anywhere. Just trying to get this figure sorted out. Make sure you keep him.
My wife may call it a charcuterie board.
Get some tips from Serpent there. Cynic Savoya. Getting some cooking tips, man. I need to lower this shoulder, actually. Yeah, I think I was getting tripped up on that shit. Yeah, this should be like that. This should be high enough. Yeah. We're getting there slowly. Your mother's 50-year-old pan? Damn. Who knows how many meals that thing's cooked, right? Yeah, this is looking kind of... Yeah, this is looking wrong over here. This needs to get fixed. Its body language is wrong. I'm reading what you're saying because I haven't cooked with cast iron in quite a while either. Just keep it outside and it stays clean, really? Really? Yeah. This lead is way too soft. This.
When we hit the pothole.
Wow, we got. Oh, okay, you know what? I've had enough of this shit. Let's go to this one, I guess. She had all the know-how of fire stove cooking campfire. Yeah. That's fine. Now I was just saying that cat knocked down the keyboard, and then the keyboard got like kind of weird. Yeah, I was testing out the keyboard. Yeah. I got you. Oh, Monster X, going a little bit back in time, huh? Man, it almost looks like the girl's a little too small. Oh, Barrels? Dang, Monster X. I don't... I don't feel burnout. I just feel, I don't even want to call it regular burnout. I'm just kind of tired from a little bit of a long day. But artistically speaking, I still feel like I can do a bunch of stuff. Studying gesture stuff. ENIAC's here? Really? I don't see him. Sadly, art burnout, it might be the worst burnout I've had in a while. Is there a reason for that, Chance Draws? Is it because you hate your style, or you feel like you're not growing in the way you want? Oh, I know. I haven't seen ENIAC in a while. I miss that fool. I hope he's okay. Thank you for that Monster X. It's been a while, Serpent. It's not burnout, it's just uncertainty what to do and fear of not archiving what I want. Well, I mean, like archiving what you want, you mean like references and stuff? Like you feel like you're gonna miss out on a good reference? Just, I mean, it's easy for me to say this, but just get what you need. You're not gonna, you're never going to find every reference you want. You're never gonna be satisfied then, because you could collect references all day. Archiving? You mean archiving? No, you're good, Groovy. I think it's part fatigue from the heat, and also I might have been drawing too much to the point I'm sick of it. Archiving, yeah. The Blaze Blue? So what was it? I think last week? No. It was, I think, the week before that. I think I got like 3 kind of project pictures done in the week, and I was just sitting down, just drawing and just like busting them out. But I guess by the end of it, I felt a little bit tired of just sitting down and not going outside and doing shit. So I did feel bad in that way, but I felt artistically satisfied. Like I was able to get a lot of stuff done, which I always want to do. Rye the first time. Yeah. Yeah. So I did feel a little bit guilty because of that, but you know, you can't have both. You have to have one or the other sometimes. Okay, and then we can do something with a little bit of like forced perspective with the background and do something. Something like that. How many have I read in one sitting? Maybe like 5 or 6. And that's like if it's like really good and I can't put it down, but it's been a while since I did that. Follow it. Oh yeah, sorry, Retro. I don't have that going yet. I know I need to fix that. I'm artistically satisfied, honestly, but I've been drawing so much I want to go outside and play some basketball. Unfortunately, commissions comment. No, I get you. I was just saying I kind of feel the same way when I sit inside and draw too much. But thankfully, and I say that dubiously, the weather has just been okay. It hasn't been quite good enough, I said this earlier, to really go outside and play a little basketball or ride my bike or blah, blah, blah. So it's been a little bit not super warm, kind of gusty, just not quite at that level yet where it's like really eating away at my guilt. So I'm gonna sit inside and just get a little bit of drawing action done. It's an unhealthy amount. I'll show you the last comic that I read here in just a moment. I think I'm liking the way the Man Thing is turning out, but this girl here is kind of throwing me for a little bit of a loop. Like she doesn't look, just doesn't look quite there yet, and that's a little bit upsetting. But it's because I'm doing something kind of funky with the, excuse me, something a little funky with the pose and a little bit of a forced perspective. Maybe it's that face, it gets too strange. "11 issues due to crossovers in the Spider-Man saga." I mean, he's had so many sagas. Which one are you thinking of and are talking about in particular, Sensoya? When I was going to the school in the army, my only deck. So during the day on Sunday, I'd load up on trades and read them all in one sitting. Damn, dude. I don't, like, honestly, I can't remember. I can't remember the last time I read specifically one trade all the way through. But I also don't have a whole lot. Like, I know there's some guys out there that only collect trades. I usually like to go more for floppies, you know? And then I'll just read one single comic, and then I'll just move on to something else. New 52 Suicide Squad, Volume 1, Green Lantern, and Nightwing. So, I haven't read any of the New 52 Suicide Squad. I have actually some of their post New 52 stuff. And I don't read a whole lot of Nightwing really at all. But with Green Lantern in the New 52, I have the entire New 52 Green Lantern. I have like a lot of what comes before, during New 52, and then after Green Lantern was one of the books for years I was collecting every month for years and years. Crisis on Multiple Earths took me 3 days to read. Multiple Earths, so that's okay. Not to get confused. Crisis on Multiple Earths. That's the old school one, right? Like the really old one. The one with it's basically the Justice League's first encounter with the Justice Society. Yes, the first one. Okay, just like making sure they were clear. DC loves their crises, so I have to make sure I'm talking about the one you're talking about. There's that really famous cover of the man. I think it's the, and I'm trying to get this right. I think it's the Justice League in a seance. And then there's like a cloud above their heads, and they're all looking up in the cloud, and it's the Justice Society looking back at them. You got the one with the Alex Ross cover. Yeah, that one, I like that one because I know exactly what you're talking about because I think I have the same one. So that's the one where the cover is like segmented into threes, or it's like in half, and then like one side is Solomon Grundy, and then the other half of him is Blockbuster, and I thought that was just so cool. Like Blockbuster doesn't get a whole lot of love at all, but he was one of those really old school characters. I think the only time I read a whole series in one sitting was the Long Halloween. I haven't read Long Halloween. I love Tim Sale. I have some Tim Sale comic books, but I never read Long Halloween. I know that's one of the series that kind of gets pointed to as like one of the ones that's like required reading, you know. So I understand it. I will make my way eventually to reading Long Halloween, but I'm also not the world's biggest Batman fan. I'd probably be more interested in it for the actually more for like the writing and the art than the actual character. Sadly. Halo Escalation by Dark Horse. Dude, you're going way back in time. I love it. Halo Escalation. I got like, I think like 2 random Gears of War comic books. Just because I thought it was cool. Like, I'm not even like this big Gears of War like fan. I think it's cool. I played the first Gears of War. Just like 2 random Gears of War comic books because I just think it's cool. I'm not the biggest fan of Batman, but I love Tim Sale's art. Oh, you just read it. Okay, cool. Yeah, Tim Sale's artwork is great. It's great. He's not obviously the most like classical comic artist. He's really just like a technical specialist. He knows everything about high contrast, impact, minimalism. Like he kind of exists a lot in the same wheelhouse as Mike Mignola does. But I think I like Tim Sale's artwork more than Mignola. I think they're both great, but they kind of practice a lot of the same, I think, approach, which is cool. Tim Sale's great. Yeah. All right. So. Man, I think I just gotta, like... This girl is just not doing it for me. Even like without the eyes, it would just like make little dots like some character. Little Lulu or something, and just like give her dot eyes. She looks better. Tim Sale draws Daredevil the best. So you're talking about Daredevil Yellow? That's what it sounds like. Which also, speaking of which, Chance draws. What did you think of, because I'm talking to someone who's affiliated with a lot of comic book art and Daredevil. What did you think about the Daredevil that I drew a little bit ago here on the stream? That black and white one. This one here. What do you think about this one? I don't know if you ever got to talk about it critically. And I even kind of give him like a little bit of a cartoony looking face, like it's not meant to be super realistic. Love the posing for it, and you can't go wrong with classic suit. Okay, cool. I remember doing this piece, and this one was really fun to do, just because I really wanted to get back to taking my time on my art. I reached a point where I was going way too fast. And so this one was kind of like an artistic realignment, which I really needed. So it was fun just sitting here and doing all these like little hatchies. Little hatching over here. The pose was kind of a silly pose, but I liked it. I even sometimes think that it might be better upside down. I'm not sure. Nah, maybe not. Probably one of my favorites. No, you're good, Chess Draws. Yeah. Yeah, until I do some like Choshiro art or like some Avatar art, then that'll be a new favorite. Okay, so anyway, I really wanna ink this for you, but I think for now I'm just gonna yap a little bit and put a pin in this one for now. Still teaching myself to slow down and focus more on details, not be Eric Larson. Yeah. And it's not to say like, oh, like, I mean, Eric Larson has plenty of his detractors. He's pretty quick though. He knows exactly his style. Like he's already drawn and composed the panel, and he's just, you know, he just gets it out there quick. I like Eric Larson. I think Savage Dragon is kind of like it's kind of just okay. But I will say that there's like an undeniable like zing to Savage Dragon, which I do like. See? And I have a Savage Dragon. I have a lot of the floppies of Savage Dragon. Here, let me put that. I have a lot of the floppies for Savage Dragon, but I do keep some as just desk copies, just because I like the style. I like the way that he kind of silhouettes things, you know. And just like, that's not his art, but like very, very simple stuff, but very effective, I think. The way Eric Larson holds it. Oh yeah, he's like, how does he hold it? Like this or something? It's very, no, he holds it, it's like, it's some weird, it's like the most fucked up way you could hold a pencil. It's weird. I've seen that though. Alright, so I never got that hydration in. Retro, thank you for the hydration. Hold on, I'm a little overexposed. There we go. I was able to grab some comic books this past weekend. I did go to a con, went with donuts, and we picked up a couple of things and had a good time. So there's a reason why I'm drawing Man Thing. And it's because we got a little bit of Man Thing action. I'd never heard of this series, and it was just a really weird, just bizarre series, but I had to try it out. Hold on, let's check this out. That's weird. It's asking. Yeah. This is how Eric Larson holds his pencil. Like, so he's using, it's going through his middle finger and ring finger, and he's holding it, I don't know, just really weird. There's no way Eric Larson doesn't have any wrist pain from how he holds it. Oh, look, now he's doing, yeah, now he's doing all the way across his palm. That looks, that's like, that almost looks like a kid would try drawing like that. Like it's almost like you're scooping something out of a bowl, like the way you're holding that. That's just so bizarre. All right, Eric, enough of your Spider-Man. We got I get it, but it's weird. Like I've even heard like weird shit. Like I don't know if you know Bernard Chang. He actually streams on Twitch, but he used to do a lot of art for DC. He did some Green Lantern art for DC for a long time, and I've heard, I don't know if this is true, but I heard that he draws everything inverted, which I think is kind of a lie. But someone told me they saw Bernard Chang draw like a Green Lantern or something, and it was all like backwards. And then he made it like right side up, and it was like the finished product. Like his brain just, I don't know, draws in reverse. It was a very weird story. I'd never heard of anything like that. Hey, what's up, Retro? What's up, man? Oh, do you have... I write reversed it. Yeah. You're a good serpent. That's also kind of strange, writing in reverse. Like writing like how it would appear in a mirror. Like everything is just backwards. Who's your favorite publisher to read? For example, Marvel, DC, Archie. Currently, my favorite one is Ghost Machine, which would be Image. They just release, and I can't say like, oh, everything they do is good, but I think they have the best, probably quality, consistent quality. But you know, I always love my superhero stuff, so Marvel and DC, of course. I collect mainly Marvel with a close second DC in the 80s. Like, generally speaking, I gravitate more towards the DC stuff. Generally speaking, but I don't let myself get held up like that. Like, if there's a Marvel thing that I think looks cool, I just, you know, buy it. It's something that I started doing that as a kid. I can't write straight, if not either sideways or reverse. That's weird, sir. I never tried anything like that. And it's stuck with you all the way into adulthood now. Annoying because it means I need a full space because my papers are horizontal. You might. That's weird. Your paper's horizontal. Okay. Huh. I have your Marvel books in 30-60 sequence. Yeah, I love them both. And when I was like a kid, I probably was a lot more into the Marvel camp of things, but. You know, now that I'm older, I think I gravitate, generally speaking, more towards DC stuff. But it's a generalization. I love them both. We got this really unique and weird-looking man thing here, and I really wanted to. I was intrigued by this because I never had read this one before, but this is them trapped in a like Dr. Seuss world, and so this is the last. I read this the other day and. Yeah, Man-Thing's in there, hanging out with just Howard the Duck and Franklin Richards. It's a weird book, but it kind of interesting in its own weird way. You know what I also thought was the font here, the font that they have right here. This is a really nice font that they came up with. And a lot of current Marvel books or even DC books, they get really lazy with their fonts that they do these days. And this is all the way back in I think it's 98, if I'm not mistaken. And whoever came up with the font did a great job. It's nice to see nice lettering artwork still being used on comic books. I mean, oh, that's weird. Serpent. Whoa. So you're writing upwards then, right? Like away from you. That's weird. 96 Boom, 93 IDW, 69. But then you put your. Vertical top in your hand is twisted fingers facing the top of the vertical top of the sheet. I'm trying to understand, but it still sounds weird, Serpent. It's actually from King of Fighters, Cynic Savoya. It's just too weird, it upsets people. Did get it's Fritz the cat. It says King of Fighters 13 right in front of me, Cynic Savoya. I did get one Daredevil comic the other day. Part of the System Bites annuals that were coming out in that year, being 1992, you can see right there. It's a cool cover. It's Casada. It looks like it came out really good though. I like the usage of the blacks there. But you know what? I will say the Deathlock almost looks out of place here. It almost looks like a better cover without Deathlock there. Being strung up by all those tentacle wires. Did you draw Deathlock? Nice. I kind of have a soft spot for him. I mean, I didn't get it for Deathlock. I wanted the System Bites, but look at the Discord. Okay, hold on. The interiors aren't quite as keen as the cover, but it's okay. He's fighting Bushwhacker. There's Deathlock. Deathlock is trapped inside of a computer, and I thought that was kind of cool. Okay, see, like this inking looks a little bit. This inking right here, this did not turn out very good, I don't think. Like you can like very easily see where all the shadows are meant to be on his body, because that's how a lot of people do Daredevil. But then you see how thin some of these lines got. It just looks it looks weird. It looks very, very weird. Even this one up here looks better, where he's just standing there. Yeah, hold on, let me check it out. Please don't everyone in this. That was No, that wasn't Groovy. That was Swampy Man who pinged everyone. I think I might hate that too. Haven't read that issue of Daredevil. It's annual number 8 from 1992. You will understand what go back to the ads. I'm not playing ads. So 98 to 2011 finished all the old Daredevil. Before that, though, did not like Stan Lee's version at all. Yeah, like the really goofy version of Daredevil with Mike Murdock and whatnot. From 98 to 2011, geez, so that's... There's a particular... So is that... You'll have to tell me, Chance Draws. So have you read all the armored version of Daredevil? Because I do have a couple of those too. I kind of have a soft spot for the armored Daredevil. An entire complete 1, 2, 3 came out. However, he was missing number 1 because he pulled it from the collection and slabbed it. Oh, nice, retro. Well, of course he pulled number 1. What are you kidding? Green Lantern issue 1 though. It wouldn't be issue 1. Oh wait, from volume 2. Okay, volume 2. Okay. Volume 2 from the 60s? Because there is no Green Lantern volume 1 from the 60s. He just took over the numbering from a previous book. It was First Guy Gardner. First Guy Gardner is issue 59. You already mentioned it, and I already own a copy. Yeah. Why and So he had First Guy Gardner is what you mean. First appearance Guy Gardner, Green Lantern issue 59. And that was the one that was slabbed? Like Thor did with... Yeah, exactly, Senex Savoya. Green... And I'm going to hate myself for not knowing this off the top of my head because I used to, but Green Lantern first appeared in a comic called Showcase, and it was Showcase issue... I think it was... Let me take a look, like an honest stab at it. 27, Showcase issue 27, I believe. And if I got that right, eventually he just like took over the numbering for the Showcase comic book, so that it didn't have a number 1. And Journey into Mystery, I think, was... See, I'm so rusty on some of these. Journey into Mystery issues, is it 63? I'm probably wrong on that one. Oof, I'm rusty on some of these first appearances. 83, maybe it's 83. Journey into Mystery 83. Hey, Doug, what's up, man? I'm not going to be on for too much longer, but thank you for showing up. I think it was Awful Serpent. Thank you for showing me. It almost looks like you're writing in italics, but you're writing in... your orientation of the paper is just weird. Yeah. He pulled the First Guy Gardner was the only book not in the set because he pulled it. Yeah, issue 59. Okay, so that isn't the first Green Lantern like Silver Age, Hal Jordan Green Lantern in that volume, and I don't think that's where volume 2 starts either. Like, it goes like well beyond issue 59. And if I'm wrong about that, I'm wrong, but I'm pretty sure that's not how that numbering went for that book. Having a burrito? Nice. Hope you're doing well, man. Thank you for showing up. We were doing a little bit of Man-Thing art. Some more Man-Thing art. But I think I'm just going to put a pin in this one for now. And I think I actually might try to draw a little more of this girl later on tonight or tomorrow and just see how I feel about it. But I won't be on for too much longer. I wanted to keep it kind of a short stream today anyway. Your handwriting is nice though, Serpent. I don't know Green Lantern. Don't hold me accountable. Well, you don't? You don't know Green Lantern? See, if ENIAC was here, then he and I could have a real intellectual conversation, right? Yeah. No Green Lantern this time around. No Green Lantern. No, you're good. You're good. Yeah. I mean, and that's good too, Groovy. It's like you don't necessarily even have to be a fan to draw the character, right? Only ones I've really read have been the New 52, and that was good. That was just more Jeff Johns' New 52 Green Lantern stuff. It was what he was continuing before the New 52 like took over. It was just Jeff Johns' Green Lantern. Because he stayed on that book. I think he ended in that New 52 volume, and then Robert Venditti took over. I have scattered knowledge of stories and bios of Marvel DC characters with all the new volumes and series. It's meticulous to keep track of which one from which. Yeah, it is, especially now because I haven't been reading comic books quite as consistently for like the past like X many number of years. So it can get a little bit confusing with like the more modern stuff, I guess. A lot of the more modern stuff I just doped out of. But I'm not that, I guess, removed from it either, I would say. Into the Lantern Corps. Yeah, me too. That was actually kind of what inspired me to pick up a lot of the monthly Green Lantern comics. Thank you for that one, Doug. Was the debut of the the first one they debuted was the Red Lanterns, and from then on I just started collecting them like pretty consistently. Jeff Johns, one of the most consistently good writers for Green Lantern. Probably in my opinion, the best writer for Green Lantern, even though there's so many writers who've taken a stab at the character, but the best writer is Jeff Johns. What is DC's Deadman premise about? I kind of have a foggy memo on him. You mean the original Deadman? The original Deadman, Boston Brand. He was a pet character that was created by Steve Ditko, but eventually he got retooled by the late great Neil Adams. He has a new series coming. Yeah. I saw that. I did see he had a new series coming out, which was weird. It looked like a very art-oriented series of Deadman. And they did make I think they took away his giant collar, which I felt really like poor about because he has to have that giant collar. But you're asking me about the original, like how he is originally, right? So far I'm on the right track. I don't know exactly when he debuted, but I would probably put it somewhere in the like very late 60s, if not like the early 70s. It looks like a Vertigo series. Yeah. So he was an aerial acrobat who was murdered in a freak accident by a man with a hook. And as he was laying on the mat dying from an fall, he kind of shouted to the heavens and cursed that no good deed goes unpunished. And his words were heard by this Oriental Eastern god called Ramakrishna. And Ramakrishna said, "You're getting a second chance at life, but you're gonna basically be a ghost. You're gonna be a dead man among men." And so he came back to life as a ghost, as dead man, and his whole gimmick was to find out who actually murdered him. Yeah. And he has the ability to... He basically just possesses people. He's invisible and intangible, so he can, float through walls, he can fly, but he can jump into other people's bodies and subsume their persona. And that's what he does. That's what Boston Brand, the Dead Man, does. I don't really know what they're going to try and do with the new series. It looks maybe a little bit too artful for its own good. I'm open to a new series, but he looks really ugly, and I'm sad they altered his costume. His classic look. He's one of those characters that when he debuted, he really just does not need a change of costume at all. Altering his costume is just it's superfluous. I just don't understand why it needs to be done. He has such a perfect look already? Then he finds out other victims' murderers. I would say I haven't read a lot of the real, because we're talking about the 1970s Neil Adams Dead Man, right? And I just haven't really read, I think, really any of that. I've only encountered it through other books. But he basically kind of becomes a fly-by-night detective of sorts, trying to piece together mysteries and whatnot. He eventually starts operating outside of the kind of temple that was devoted to this god Ramakrishna in a place called Nanda Parbat, and it's kind of like a Himalayan monastery, and that's kind of where his base of operations is, more or less. Almost similar to the Spectre. Yeah, it's Spectre. You're going even further back in time. Original Spectre, Jim Corrigan, that was actually More Fun Comics issue 73. So, and it was actually, if I have that right, first appearance of Green Arrow and the Spectre was the same comic book. And the Spectre, he was just a wrongfully killed cop, and then he was possessed by the spirit of vengeance, known as the Spectre, if I got that right. It's a very, very TLDR synopsis of the Spectre. That's him. Yes, anytime, Senex Savoya. Yeah, anytime. I try in my own small way. Me? You know what's funny about that is whenever I have some kind of comic-oriented thing to ask the guys there, they don't really know. And it's because so many comic stores sell... They make their bread and butter off of cards now. So a lot of the guys that work at comic stores, they're more into the TCG side of things, and they're not quite, into the comic books. So it's even a little bit hard talking to those guys sometimes too. But yeah, anyway. I think I will... I'll maybe just... I do have some comics that I'll probably show and tell a little bit later, or maybe I'll just post it in the Discord or something, but I'll probably just end things here. It's a pretty chill evening tonight. Hey, Solomon SK, thank you for that, man. You're showing up here at the very end. It's time for me to get out of here, but I really appreciate that subscription. I can use all my emails. Thank you for that, man. Thank you for that shout out there too, Retro. Solomon SK, real quick, how you doing? You doing well? Hope you've been well. the bizarro Korean version of Spider. I don't know. It's weird to think of a bizarro version of me that's, I guess, full Korean. Is that what a bizarro spider would be? You're bizarro. I don't know. I mean, it's a strange thing to think about. A bizarro version of me that's full Korean. Or maybe like full white, I don't know. Yeah, it was okay. It was just I got a little bit more of my energy back. It's just been kind of a lethargic stream. And I'm gonna try to read some Empire Return of Amy Jo. Hey, nice, man. Let me know how that goes. Maybe I'll post what I'm reading in the Discord. Yeah, I think we'll just hook up our friend Geese. Well, it was just kind of a long day today, and I know I keep saying that, but it was just you know, like one thing after the other. Not in like this incredibly physically taxing way, just kind of one thing after the other, and then to jump online and understand, oh, I got a stream. Hey, Bronto Zaver's here too, showing up at the very end. Bronto, I'm sorry. Sorry. I'm gonna give you one of these though. It's not that warm, Groovy. It's a little gusty. Bronto's, yeah, you're pretty consistent, Brontozaver. Creativity is the key to happiness. You were lurking. Okay, you're good. You're geeking on Battlefield 6. Okay, I gotcha. What? Okay, jeez. Solomon with the gift sub. That's appreciated, man. And thank you for that shout out there, Retro. Yeah. The Bizarro loves you. Wouldn't the Bizarro hate you instead of love you? If he loved you, that means that he actually hates you. If he says that he hates you, it means that he actually loves you. Just don't everyone next time? What do you mean, Sonic? Oh, okay, gotcha. You know, not in a gay way or maybe? I mean, either way, that's cool, right? That's pretty cool, right, Solomon SK? Swampy's not here, Senex Savoya. I think he has a lot more work these days, so I think he's just gonna be missing out a little bit more lately. Which sucks, because I know he's a big Man Thing fan. Let the theater kids make gay version of it. The theater kids. Dang it, you went straight for the like low-hanging fruit, make fun of the theater kid gay jokes. It's too easy, Groovy, right? It's too easy. You did, yes, you did. It was a very strange thing to do, Serpent, but I don't know, maybe I'll have to read that one of these days. Yeah. They're ruining beloved franchises currently. Groovy, you're so wrathful. You're always mad. Now you're mad at the theater kids. Do I need to remember about the Lantern Show? Oh my gosh. Talking about Green Lantern earlier and you're bringing up that stuff. Yeah. That's weird. So now, like, I'm looking at the story just through the visual description that you're giving me, and just like picturing these two dudes and the shelf full of Man Thing stuff. It's a little bizarre. It's not Fritz. It's actually it's Melty Blood. Chance Draws might know Melty Blood. All right. Okay, so I think for today we will hook up our friend. Although it's a pretty nice song, though, I will say. Okay. Yeah, the fighting game, Groovy Melty Blood. Yeah. A Man-Thing cosplay would be really, like, not a lot of people want to try that cosplay. That one's a little bit advanced. And so now I'm thinking, well, it just makes me think, like, what kind of interaction would you have to be such a huge fan of the character that you'd have to start collecting all the merch and everything, like, as just, I guess, as like a Korean or something. Like, you're already pretty far removed from comics that niche. So, like, what kind of, I guess, boyhood or teenage interaction would you have with the character to make you that big of a fan? And it's a strange thing to think about, because now you're just making me extrapolate on something that really is not important to the story. But anyway. As a nerd. Such a niche comic, though. Such a niche character. Such a niche comic. To be like, I'm a nerd, right? And even my tastes, like, I love all these other characters over Man-Thing, but specifically Man-Thing, you'd have to be like a really rare breed of nerd. Okay. We're gonna raid out here. The guy is weird. Anyone who likes Man-Thing is a little bit weird, huh? That's kind of how I'm reading it, which is fine. You gotta be a fan of what you like, just don't take it to the level where one gets naked among their collection. That's a little strange, isn't it? Say Solomon gifting a sub to Flippin' there. That's very gracious of you. You don't gotta keep gifting subs, man. But thank you for doing that. I do appreciate that. Get less tried the more less tired. Well, I still need to leave y'all and go, like, get some foodstuffs and rest. So I can't keep going on. Groovy's like, I get naked in front of my collection all the time. Yeah. No, really, I'm not trying to ditch all, but I kind of am, because I've been trying to ditch all for like the last 15 minutes. But not in like a mean-spirited way, in a very loving and caring way. Damn, Groovy, just when I think you can't get any cooler, you just go ahead and say the coolest shit. Like silent to the left. Yeah. Yeah, maybe like a camera in front of you. In front of a camera. You're like recording yourself. Alright, okay. We're just gonna hook up our friend. Very foul-mouthed Algerian. He's been going for he's going 5.5 hours. There's still some people in here. Okay, I'm sorry I didn't get a little bit more artwork done. We're gonna be back here again on Wednesday. We're gonna have maybe something a little bit more in-depth to work on, maybe cowboy stuff. Erica, thank you for sticking around. Yeah, well, he's like one of the only people that's like up and going. Like there's a couple of like really like smaller streams, but I want to go somewhere a little bit more energetic. Maybe like a palate cleanser from me and my lethargy and my my torporousness, my fatigue, hopefully. Yeah, he says like the weirdest crap, but he's very easy to get along with. I think he's a very nice guy. Yeah, you have a good one. If you don't have to stick around, but he's a cool guy. He's just playing old school shmups right now. But I love y'all. We'll be back here again on Wednesday, like I said, hopefully with a project that's a little bit more in depth. I'm already thinking about what we're gonna do, and then again on Friday. So until then, everyone stay safe, be well, do the things that make you feel like yourself. I'm gonna catch you on the next one. We'll do even more art. I'm gonna talk even more comic books. I'm gonna show off some of the things that I got, and stay posted in the Discord too. If you got something you want to share, if you got something cool, share it. If you got art that you're doing, share it. I want to see it. I'll catch you on the next one, people. Okay.